What's up, everybody? It's Amon-Rellik the God Slayer, Amon-Rellik Gaming, and you're watching more Conan Exiles. If you've been liking the series, if you've been liking the channel, please like, comment, share with your friends and family and everyone else you know, and subscribe for more content. Today, as you can see, my base is gone. I picked up every single piece that I owned of the base and everything that we collected so far from the last videos. I have taken all of those things and I ferried them all to the new home. I guess you could call it our permanent home. I remember showing you the spot that me and my best friend used when we were in our PvP server. We caused a lot of trouble in that server. I'm not sure if I have the footage still of the like the war between it was basically 2 versus like 6 plus, because I know that they all would always attack us with thralls. So basically imagine 6 players, each of them with thralls. They would attack us all the time, but like they would attack our base all the time, and then sometimes we actually PvP'd them a few times, but it was basically a 2v6, and I'll call it that. A 2v6, an alpha clan versus a clan of just 2. And when we get to the base, I'll kind of show you how we built it and how we were able to withstand an alpha clan trying to pummel our base repeatedly. TLDR for the long story short, we war for about a month. They originally hit us first. Well, we decided to hit them. We decided to try and hit them back. And in the beginning, it was more like they thought they could bully us. And by this time, the people on that server, the rest of the people that were on that server, had already considered us efficient raiders, because we were the kind of raiders that we didn't want to pick on people, but instead what we would do is we basically kind of like acted like mercenaries. So it was like we didn't outwardly go out looking for people to raid, but what we would do is we would size up everybody's base on the server. We would size it up, and we would basically discuss between ourselves, between me and my best friend. We would discuss between ourselves that what would be the best way we would take down any one base that we came across. Now, we mainly befriended everybody because, again, this is a social game as well, so you don't want to create a toxic, or should I say, I won't say toxic because that word is overused. You don't want to create a very angry and vengeful community, especially considering that it takes a lot to do this, to play this game, guys. Like, if there's anything about this tutorial I hope you can take away, is that this game might not be for you if you don't have a lot of time on your hands to dedicate to building and to dedicate to upkeeping things and making sure that things are constantly being crafted, this, that, and the other, because this game does take a lot of time. Now, I mean, of course, you can set things up to where, again, with a full base, you have 167 hours, which is basically like I'm gonna put you on this side because I don't want that damn those monsters to fuck with you. So I'm gonna put you over here. Stand guard right here. There you go. Alright. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take all of that out of your inventory. Alright. But like it takes a lot to get this stuff, and people can, losing it to somebody, especially if you lose it to somebody who decides they want to act like an asshole, can be very, very tilting, or it can be very, very angry. So what we tried to do instead is we would do this thing where if somebody had a justifiable reason to want someone hit, and they were willing to pay us in materials and things of that nature, we would, we would scout out. They would have to give us the location, and then they would have to pay us. They would have to pay us once the job was done. So that's basically what we do. We would scout out where they were. Once the person gave us the information as to where they were, because that was the idea. Like, if you want them hit bad enough, you'll go find them. You don't have to so much as do anything to them, but you'll go find them, and then you bring that information to us, and then we would go and we would handle that for you. Because in this game, when you're in a PvP server, if someone blows up a wall on your base, you can go into this thing called the event log, and then you can press submit, and it'll show you everything that's happened to your base. It'll show you everything that's happened to your base. And it'll always be in red like this. And it'll tell you the clan and the person who did it. If anybody came and grabbed your thralls or grabbed anything out of here, it'll tell you who took every single item and who took every single thrall. Anything that they've taken or destroyed, it will come up in that event log. So we are the ones who will basically take the heat for you in that sense, because we're going to show up all in their event log. So what ended up happening was we ended up showing that. We ended up raiding this person was, I think she was a singular raider, and her name was Marchesa. And so we raided her, right? We raided her, and everybody was like, awesome, thanks. We took all the things that she had accumulated, and we even gave some of it away because she had so much. Because when we raid you to the fullest. So, like, we didn't just take her stuff. We took her stuff, we looted it all, brought it back to our base, which was this base here. And then we went back out there and we continued to destroy everything inside. We destroyed all of her we destroyed all of her stations. We destroyed everything down to the last block of sandstone or whatever else. I think she had some other types of flooring. We destroyed it down to she had nothing. We killed her body. We destroyed her bed. The idea was, if you're going to raid somebody, you better go all the way. Because what's going to happen is if you like, for instance, if you raid somebody and you leave them with stations, you leave them with things to rebuild with. If you leave them with their armor and their weapons on, you leave them with something to attack you with, you leave them with something to go gather with, you leave them with all these things to go back and refuel and come find you. So the worse you can leave a person, the farther the gap becomes between you and that person coming to raid you back. So we had a little name for ourselves in the server. Everything was good. Then this group came. This was a group that came in with like 4 or 5 people already. They were already maxed out, so we knew that they were in the server. They had been in the server for a long time. They just probably weren't active. But when they came back talking, talking mess and talking shit completely from the very beginning. So they hit us. Outside of everybody else, they had hit us. And when they hit us, that's when the rest of the server was like, ooh, you hit them. Okay, this is about to get good. So everybody like, oh yeah, it's about to get good now because you hit the wrong people. That's what they're making these guys feel like. So of course, these guys are like, man, fuck them or whatever like that, and we go back and forward. Now, what these guys didn't know initially was that it was only 2 of us, and so when they first tried to raid us, when they first tried to hit us, they were unsuccessful. Because what happened was, first and foremost, let me get all this stuff down. What they tried to do is they tried to raid us from the other side. They didn't come from this side of the base. They came from that side of the base, right? And we had a big-ass wall outside. Because when you go outside that door, there's like this black ruins on this side, there's black ruins on this side. You put a big-ass wall right there. And we put a big-ass wall outside this door, too. But we had a big-ass wall on this side. And what we did was we made it to where the wall was so high, and then of course there's gates, and we made it to where once you climb in, you couldn't climb back out. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't climb back out because we had stuff at the top. Now, what their mistake was, they climbed over that big old gate. They climbed over it, and what they didn't think was they didn't think that me and Snake would come out. That's my best friend, Snake. Well, what happened was, as soon as the first explosion was heard, when they put the bomb down and it exploded, Snake immediately darted outside. He immediately darted out after them. You know, I come running behind. By the time I come outside, Snake's already done killed one of the guys already. He already done killed one of them. I'm like, yo, this is bad. Like, you gotta think, he ran out. I only had enough time to grab one or two things out of a station that I was at, and then I immediately ran after him. By the time I got outside, he's already killed somebody. So I'm like, okay, this is gonna get nasty quick because they're dying a little too fast. You know, and mind you, they're supposed to be alphas now. So Snake kills one. Boom. I'm out here, and now I see one of the guys who's like one of the head guys. He's running around naked, basically, with the backpack on his back, with those little bear. You'll see bear thralls that have these big old backpacks. He's got one of those on, and basically what he is, he's the bomb carrier. That's why he's naked like that, because he can carry as many bombs as he can. So at this point, Snake beams onto him. He lights onto him. Now both of these guys had thralls. We killed one of the thralls. The other thrall was a Beastmaster Tamos. That thrall is super strong. It's super strong, and it took a lot. Like I had a Berserker thrall fully leveled. He had a Berserker thrall fully leveled. They were both on this Beastmaster Tamos was basically 2v1 in our thralls. We finally took down the naked guy. You know, we took him down. Boom. Took all of his stuff. We took all the stuff off the other guy. We ended up killing both of the thralls. Took all their stuff. Ran back inside. We closed our gates, right? Because we had gates not only on the big wall, but we had gates. We had a second pair of gates right outside that door, and then we had the door. So it was basically the big wall you had to climb over. Then you would have to blow through the gate. Then you would have to blow through another set of gates. Then you would have to blow through that door to get in here. And we had that on that side too. You had to blow through a gate, then a second gate, then this door to get inside. Now, we killed them. And we told, and everybody's like, how'd it go? It was like, man, we killed them. They came over here trying to blow us up, and we ended up taking all their stuff off their dead bodies. So now all their bombs and everything is inside with us. So now everybody's making fun of these guys, and they're pissed now. They're talking shit still like they're not mad, but they're pissed. I know they're pissed. So next day, okay, me and Snake are both saying it. We're both like, yo, they're going to hit us so hard tomorrow. And lo and behold, it was just me on. Snake had to work. And they came, and they didn't come from that side anymore. They came from this side. And they blew in. Now, they were able to blow in from the outside, and they were able to get inside this place. But what they did not expect was this. When you come in here, there's like right around here, right where me and this thrall are standing, there's a big ass wall and there's a big gate. When you come a little bit further down, there's a big ass wall right here where I'm standing and there's a big gate. If you keep coming down, by the time you get to like near the middle, there's a big ass wall, there's a big gate, right? So there was like 4 gates this way, 4 gates from that way. So you had to blow through basically 6 gates on each side. If you wanted to blow through a gate, if you wanted to blow through either side, it would be 6 either on this side or 6 on that side. They had to blow through 6 gates over here. And this is where basically like our main building was, like right here in the middle. And so what I kept doing was, because at this point I'm by myself, and now it's like a 5v1, like a 4 or 5v1. And they're blowing in. Boom, boom. They're blowing in. And then, they make it all the way to the point to where they blow open the door that leads to the main area where I'm standing. Now, I've got a bunch of thralls protecting me, because we have been, basically what we did was we built the base to where we basically locked ourselves into like 12 gates, 6 on each side. We made it basically a big resource waster to get in. Then we just started going to the, to like I told you here on the map. We started going to this spot right here on the map. I guess you could call that, 11, That's 11B on the map here. And if you come up and take this this path right here, because what we would do, we would come around and go around this way, or you could go around this way, and right around like right here, where this little lake meets this little walkway, there's a Sumerian berserker that stands right there all the time. And every day, what we would do is we would farm this Zerker. We would have like 6 to 8 Zerkers on a wheel of pain revolving at all times. And then what we would do is we would take one, level it to 20, put it back in here with the best armor weapon we could find, grab another one, level it to 20, and that's what all we would do. And so when they came in, there was like 8 Zerkers in this room with me. And so they would try to come in and try to attack me, and I was able to fight them off. This raid that they were putting down on us, on me, should I say, lasted for about an hour and a half. For an hour and a half, they tried to kill me and could not kill me. You know, 1, because of the smart use of thralls, and 2, because the guys just did not know how to engage PvP properly. Especially in a game like this where the combat is very janky. So, and on top of that, I wasted a lot of the time. I forgot. Here's the part about it that's funny. Every time they would blow the gate open, they would try to blow, like when you blow up stuff in this game, when you put a bomb down, you blow it up. The initial place where you blew it up is going to take the most damage, but that explosion is going to spread to all the other pieces of the wall that it's next to. They were trying to blow the gate open. Right? That's what they were aiming for. They kept putting the bombs at the gate instead of trying to blow the wall up. They were trying to blow the gate up. So when they would blow the gate up, I already had like 8 or 9 gates crafted just in my inventory. So as soon as they would blow it up and I would see the gate blow up and explode, I would put another one up immediately. And you gotta understand, these gates are like 25,000 or like 20 to 30,000 health. I think, or something like that. Anywhere between 25,000, I think it's like 27,000 health. That's a lot of health you got to keep blowing through every time somebody put the gate up. And that's what I just kept doing. I just kept putting gates up so they would have to keep wasting materials. Because it took them about like 35 to 40 minutes just to get into the room with me and start fighting me. So half of that hour and a half, it took them to get into the room with me. Then the other half, I fought them off until PvP hours were over. Because once PvP hours are over, the raid is useless now. Because you can't take anything out of, you can't blow up anything anymore. And so once I was able to push them back enough, once my thralls, because the thralls would just all run out there and push them back. Once the thralls were able to push them back and raid hours were over, I literally just locked my thralls out. I just locked them out and just let them be stuck out there with them. Because I would rather them go out there, fight and die than for them to leave these doors unattended, and they would come in and be able to kill me and take stuff, or whatever like that. So they failed again. But at this point, I think they realized and they respected what we were capable of doing. So now the harassment went from like 0 to 100 real quick. To the point to where we realized that they weren't going to stop hitting this base at all. And they didn't need to, because they always had people on, and they always had they had a lot of people who all of a sudden decided to want to side with them because they were afraid of being hit by them. So they ended up having people who weren't even in their clan helping them. So what we ended up doing was we ended up doing a little bit of espionage. One of the guys who was helping them, who wasn't in their clan, was on Discord with me. Well, not Discord, but he was on my Steam friends list because he wanted to talk to me. And he was basically trying to play the middleman between me and them. And because I knew he was helping them, I placed a little bit of I did some espionage. So what I did was I lied to him. I lied to him because I knew he would go back and tell them whatever I said. Because I knew that's the reason why they wanted to know what I was talking about to him. I knew they would want to know, and I knew he was going to tell them. So what I did was I told him that, hey man, look, me and my friend, we're tired of this fighting, we're tired of this shit. This shit ain't fun no more. And me and my friend, we're going to go play on the PvE server. Now, the way this goes is this. on the player list, as you can see, it's just me and this dude right here, Cannonball Harris, right? Cool. Now, don't look at that. Godslayer Gaming YT is my old channel. That's gone now. It's now Amon-Rellik Gaming, and that's it. You know, and I don't know why this didn't change because I changed my Steam thing. But anyway, what happened was I told him that. So when I told him that, me and Snake stopped talking in the chat because what happens is, again, if you're not like if this like on PvE servers, whoever's on is just on. You can see their name. But on PvP servers, if a person is on but doesn't speak in this chat right here, if they don't speak in that chat, then they will appear in the player list as all question marks. You don't know, all this is question marks all the way across. You don't know who they are whatsoever. And so that's what me and Snake did. We would get online and we would not speak in the chat whatsoever. Now you gotta think, we have been in this server for like 3-4 months, developing this friendship with all these people. Well, somewhat friendship with all these people, and then all of a sudden we go silent. And now the rumor's spreading that we're not here anymore. Now, what's happening is because of this, the raids stop. The raids all of a sudden stop. So when the raids stop, what me and Snake did, we said, okay, look, we're not gonna risk this base. We're not gonna risk putting anything in this base anymore. So what we did is we decided how we were gonna hit them. We were gonna guard them. We were gonna make a big statement. We were gonna guard them. Now their base was over here. Their base was over here because like right around here is a obelisk. I think it's like right here, something like that. Something like right around here. Somewhere around here. There's an obelisk, and like the one I showed you before, where you can warp to it once you touch it. There was one right there, and they parked their base out here, and they built it on top of one of these structures. So it was like super impossible to get in. Like how this base is, how it's built inside of something. You can't blow this up. You see what I'm saying? You can't blow this up. You might be able to blow up my sandstone, but you can't blow this up. And you can't guard this. You see what I'm saying? You can't guard this. You know. So you have to use bomb tactics to blow directly in through the crack. You see what I'm saying? So, and there's holes at the top of this too. So if you ever tried to use this base in another server, understand there's holes at the top. There's a hole here. There's a hole directly across, just like it on the other side, and it's the same thing on the other end of the room. And we blocked those in too. We blocked those in with foundation pieces, and then we put palisades on top of them so that you couldn't stand on top of them at all. So what we decided to do is we decided to take all of our necessary resources, and we came all the way up here into the snow. I mean, we came all the way up here. We literally made a base on the edge of the green wall that if you try to cross it, you'll instantly die. We placed a base right on the edge of the green wall. Now, we're up here in the snow, and we never would come out and go and move about unless it was in the dead of night. We would always wait till nightfall in the game to run around and do stuff. And what we did is we went along collecting hearts, and we were able to summon. At the end of the day, we were able to take 2 set coins all the way over here, and we were able to guard them twice. It was beautiful. It was spectacular. Matter of fact, it was such a big deal that after we did that, all of a sudden, every single person who had a god dotted around the map, all of a sudden, everybody just started guarding people. Everybody just started guarding each other. We set off a whole god train of raids. And after we did that, of course, the clan that we were raiding with raided the guy who was talking to me on Steam. And so, of course, he decided he was going to, I guess he made himself invisible to me on Steam or something like that, or whatever. Or I guess he tried to, I guess he was, wasn't trying to talk to me now. But at the end of the day, hey, war was war, right? So I did what I had to do, and we got our vengeance because after we guarded them, 2 other people guarded them after that. It was like somebody was waiting on somebody was waiting for somebody to stand up to them, basically. But this is the base that it all started from. That's the reason why I tell that long ass story, because our greatest fight started here when we had this base. This is where it was. That's why I remember this place so well, because this is what like our greatest PvP tale in Conan came from being here. Thousands of hours of Conan led to that day, and here is where we first, where first blood was drawn, and it was here that we were using the gods, because what we were doing was we emptied the base out with nothing but a bunch of set statues and stuff like that. All we were using this place was to build gods. That's all we used this place for. Whereas up here was where we had all of our actual, stations and all that stuff. We lived up there in the snow, but we came down here to make tokens for the gods. And so this place is special. It's near and dear. A little bit of what's going to go down is I am going to basically, I made that side, I closed in that side, and I closed in this side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to basically use this little area here to just begin my next regrouping of materials and stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start building the main throne-ish area around here, like the main relaxing area. And then what I'll do is I'll make one end for nothing but the stations and all of that, and then I'll make another end for like the thrall taming and stuff like that, and the for thrall taming. And when it comes to pets, I'll probably, depending on if I even want pets, I'll probably make it outside at the top. There's a little area outside around the corner up top that you can put a good pet thing down. I might do that. But other than that, this is going to be home. And again, because of where it is, it's close to all the brimstone I'll ever need. It's relatively close to the Berserker Thralls. And it's close to a lot of the areas up here. It's still relatively close to the Undead City, which is very, very important. It's relatively close to the Set City right here as well. So I'm relatively close to all the good places. And to think, in less than a week, we went from being naked at the bottom with nothing to right around here, feeling good, getting stronger, to now up here where I can actually go to this den, and I can get way better thralls now, because I can go to this den right here and I can get thralls and bring them back. And most of the thralls over there are tier 2s and 3s, so I can fill them up way easier because I'm closer to a really good place to start getting thralls at. So this is a real good place to start getting decent thralls at. So here we are. I have got a plethora of stuff to unload from both my horse and this, and from both me, my horse, and this guy. And I'm gonna get it all put down. I'm gonna get everything started, and hopefully in the next one. Well, actually, hold on. Let's not end it so early. Let me see if I can just throw some of this stuff in here real quick. Yeah, I can just throw some of this stuff in here real quick, like that. Oh yeah, I definitely need to do this though. I'll put this on the side. I'll put this over here like that. There you go. And let me stick this. Throw this away. This in there. There you go. Yeah. This, give me this, give me this, give me this. Thank you, sir. Oh, shit. Come on now. Stop it. The hell? What's going on? There we go. That in there, that in there, that in there. Alright, now, so now I got that going. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Now. The main thing, again, like I said, if you wanna build here, oh no. Okay, I'll use this last 10 minutes to basically tell you this. If you wanna build here, it is called the Deserter's Gutter. It's again, like I said, it's got a nice aesthetic to it. If you wanna build here, just to show you a little far away look to it, from. Ooh. It's a steep hill, so be careful with that. But it's a nice little outside aesthetic. It's pretty cool. You can build on top of this place as well. So if you want to put, and you can build off the edge. Like when I said we had a gate outside, we had broke all these rocks off, and we had basically enclosed this with a wall ceiling. So when you came out, as soon as you came outside of this, there was a gate like right here, right where this rock is, and then a little bit further, there was another gate, and then there was stairs that led down like that. So it was gate, then the door, and there was a stairs that led down, and it did that on the other side as well. We can I'll take you to the other side real quick and kind of show you what we did when it came to the other side. We because you can get to the other side of this place from around here. You don't have to be outside. You could climb over like that right there. You can climb over that wall, or you could just come inside of here, bust a sharp left. And then you would be right here. This is where we built the wall. We built the wall all the way up to the top of that place, and then we built it to go all the way across to that side, and then we had a big ass gate there. They were out here, and when they initially came, they jumped over the gate, and when we fought them in here. We fought them all inside of this, because this too had an enclosure that had a gate right outside, then a second gate. And what we did was, well, actually, no, this side didn't have it yet. The other side did, but this side didn't. So as soon as I opened the door, just to kind of give you a visual as to how this looked, I'm going to put him right here, and then I'm going to put you right here. So when all the fighting started, right, because right here there was like an upstairs area, right? I rushed down the steps and I come around the corner and I'm running. And when I open this door, right? When I open this door up, I open the door, weapon out. And as I get right here, Snake is right here, and the dude is right there where my thrall is standing. And all I see is him using this hammer with one hit. He dies. He gets like chopped in half by the hammer. You know how weird Conan is. And again, there's this big old wall, and then there's this butt-naked dude with a backpack running around like a chicken with his head cut off because he can't afford to fight us. And then it's 2v1 at this point because his friend died, and then the other guy is on the other side of the wall coming to the base. But it's too late because he's trapped in here. We kill him, we kill his horse, we kill his other two thralls, we take everything, and we go back inside. We close the door. You know, and we closed it because there was a gate right here, though. There was a gate right here, and we closed it up. So it was like, all right, cool. So when we closed it up, like I said, we're taking everything now, and we're doing inventory on, you know, basically we're doing inventory on everything. And also another cool thing you can do if you don't want to leave your horse outside, you can literally just run inside with your horse. Like, just run inside the building, and even if your horse can't fit, your horse will come inside. And then you can just go ahead and take your horse and just set him down. Just like that. But it's hilarious. Like I said, it was hilarious. It was a very, very good, it was a very, very fun PvP. It was. But it also got to the point to where it just became inefficient and unwise to try and keep the fight going, because it was going to be a thing where even after we guided them, it was going to be a thing where if we kept this going, if they chose to keep fighting, they would eventually, because like the very next day they destroyed this base. I don't know how they found it so fast, but the very next day they found this base up here that we had in the snow, up in here, and they destroyed that base the very next day after we guided them. So I don't know how they were finding the base. It might have been somebody who might have been up there who kind of saw it, who might have lived up there and told them. I don't know, but they found it and they blew it up. But not before we guided them twice. And I had a video up of that whole thing. It was a long, like, hour and a half video, because it was clips that had been taken throughout the month that we had been fighting them, and I put them all together. So if I can find it, I'll put it up. No promises, but if I can find it, I will put it up. If not, oh well. I mean, if you guys want to see more PvP from this game, if you want to see how I would do PvP in this game, because again, I would fundamentally probably do PvP different than what I would in a PvE server. So just let me know in the comments down below. Like, again, like, share, comment, subscribe if you've been having fun with the series or the channel as a whole. I'm Amon-Rellik the Godslayer. I'm Amon-Rellik Gaming. I'm about to build my castle now, and I'm out.